Hello, Bert. Hey, hello. I'm broadcasting live from Hawaii. You're there in Encinitas, and
Yep.
it's the 333rd day that I've been doing these videos for the self-love challenge and creating radiant relationships. And through that time, we discovered that you've got some challenges going on. And hey, Robin, nice to see you here. And I'd love to hear, the ups and the downs and what's, how you've been loving yourself through it. And I know there's just so much support in the community for you.
Yeah, there is. It's been, well, so physically I'm doing great.
Yay.
Just amazing strides in medicine and a testament to, I guess, everything, the support I get, the choices that we've made. It's just how, in a general sense, how well I've, been doing it. I'm just grateful. I feel great. I'm feeling great for about a week.
And you look amazing. I mean, your skin is glowing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel very blessed. And I'm also really still kind of immersed in this thing that has been very confounding to comprehend and is going to absolutely claim, the next 4 months, maybe even 6. I was talking about it with Cara. We were trying to see based on what our treatment schedule is. It's just consuming that period of time in my life, which is great because all the while I'm alive.
Absolutely. So,
but
yeah, and they discovered stage 4, and they, when we first talked, I don't think that they had discovered the extent of what you were really dealing with. I'm not hearing you. Let me see. Is it? Oh, that's because I put in my. There. Now I hear you. So tell me more. That was my bad.
What did? I think she's got.
Yeah, I just put in some earbuds because I've got a stream behind me and cars going by beside me, so I needed to be able to hear you in my ears.
Yeah. I don't know what did you hear? And thank you for that blue bottle.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Hydrate. Yeah, just start from the beginning because I really missed it all. I missed it all.
So I'm feeling great. We did talk about that.
Yes. Oh, so you can watching?
Cara was listening, but she heard that she says that I'm muddled.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And it's muddled.
Oh, then go ahead and turn up your volume if you can.
I need to speak more. We'll see. I sound okay to you?
You were a little muddled, and I was having to lean in to hear you, which is why I put in the earphones. Right. But yeah, if it's coming across muddled, then thank you, Cara, so much.
Yeah, that's tricky. Okay, so I've been feeling consumed by this thing that is still going to be several months ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I still have 4 to 6 months of this being the number one, the primary thing that I'm focused on. Everything else that revolves around. And to a large degree, there's this huge amount of experimentation because I don't know what to expect, how my body's going to react to some treatment. And so everything is up in the air. And sometimes I can totally, really just love everything being up in the air all the time. Just, living. And you just frivolous or whatever, whimsically.
But other times, not so much.
Other times it's like, so there's that. Anyway, it's like, what am I trying to say? There's so many different ways in which I can be looking at this set of circumstances. And what was really lovely is, over the past week, I have felt really great over this past week. And I got incredibly productive. And I was like, oh, let's go. It felt so good to be productive and active and being able to think, articulate, all this. And I was able to eat. Eating was great. I ate like 10 pounds.
Wow, in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd lost a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Anyway, right around 10, maybe a little bit more. So I had this great week, productive, felt great, was eating. Past couple days, here's the but. The past couple days, I've been feeling kind of listless. I've been feeling sitting on my hands. Like, part of me is so just ready to get this over with. Let's put on the chemo now. Let's start it now.
Right.
And then there was another part where I gathered all of this information, all the stuff to kind of tend to end of life stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Saw that.
And there were some things that still needed to be done, and I'm like sitting here on my hands, kind of like wanting to do the chemo now, and also like looking at these things that need to be done that are important, but like not like, I don't know. Am I afraid? Am I just lazy? Am I just want to enjoy a few moments? I don't know. Just like all these different things and thoughts and feelings are going on in my head about me. But the bottom line is, tomorrow morning I'm gonna do this thing and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So just kind of.
May I reflect? May I reflect a little for you?
Please.
Yes. So you've been sick for a while, and the piece that I missed was and when we first talked, we didn't know that it was stage 4, and we didn't know that it was in different places in your body. We just knew that you were dealing with the stuff here.
Right.
I believe. I mean, I may have that wrong. And so once you got that diagnosis and you decided to do the chemo and everything, your body got taken out by the chemo, and then you came back. And like you said, you got all this energy, you got all these things you want to get done. And instead of pacing yourself, knowing that you just went full on. And I know this one so well, because so many times have I gone, it's like I've filled up my cup, but I haven't filled it up so far that my saucer is full. And I start pouring my cup into other people and loving on other people and healing other people and taking care of other people. And then all of a sudden, I don't have any more left. Hey, Dr. Chris.
Saucer being full. I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's actually from Lisa Nichols. That she said, you don't get from the cup, you get from the saucer. And I love, antique cups and saucers. I have a thing for the beauty of the porcelain cup and tea and cups, tea and saucer, teacup and saucer. And so it was a perfect metaphor for me. It's like you fill up the tea up and it's like, oh, too much. And as it pours over into the saucer, which is there to catch, the extra, that's what you give from. You give from the saucer, not from your cup. The cup is for you. The cup is for you. The saucer is for others. So even though you were getting a lot of things done, and maybe most of those were for you, you were not saving your reservoirs for the healing that's going on inside of you as well. So after this next round, which starts tomorrow, when you come out with all that energy, put some of it in the bank. And make sure that you're, drinking out of the teacup yourself. It's like, well, this is for me, and take the rest. And when you said you didn't know whether you were afraid, whether it was fear or laziness, this is a piece. There is fear appearing as laziness. And so sometimes we think that we're being lazy, but it's actually a fear. I mean, because you started feeling good, and then your energy starts waning. And like you said, you're in a 4 to 6 month process where you're going to have days that are good and days that are bad. Not speaking from experience in what you're going through, but speaking from experience in healing. So, yeah, I'm glad to be able to support you in any way that I can, and I'm so.
You just shared one of the most common things that the teacher has to say. It's lovely. Yeah. I always mean until I heard that, I just felt like I had a really, really big teacup, really, that just was trying to stay full. And that worked for a really long time.
Yeah.
But it also somehow that was limited.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, thank you for your reflection. That's gorgeous. I'm glad that it landed so well for you. Yeah.
And it's also made me realize how out of my head. Part of it is definitely the use of cannabis, and then another part of it is just my mental faculties have changed. It's just a thing that it's really scary to me. Really scary.
Oh yeah.
The consultation is sense of self, my joy that I have of being able to live this way, as myself, my identity, all these different things. Yeah, just such a thing to take for granted. Yeah.
Until
and then on the flip side, like not being like morbid or the chest, but just how amazing what this thing is, this life. Just such a good to marvel at what's happening. Everything that's going on with that makes it so that we can have this conversation.
Yes.
Of who I am, who you are. How we can reflect to one another or share. Just wow, so amazing.
Yeah, it's very, very amazing. Maggie just joined us. Maggie, hey, really good to see you. So this is Bert, one of the wonderful presences at Dance Church in San Diego, and he's been dealing with some crazy health challenges. And he's getting better. And when I talk about it, I say I'm talking with someone that's healing from stage 4 cancer instead of that has it, but you're healing. And I appreciate you sharing some of your journey and how you're able to even to find ways to love yourself in spite of the journey. And I know that your family has been very richly supported from the community, and uh, I'm so grateful that I found Dance Church, and that you and Cara have become a part of my tribe and my world, and I just want you to be able to share your story here. And since I found out how to make Zoom and Facebook Live play nice together.
So okay, so let's play with the idea of how what's happening right now between you and our dance.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, let's do that.
So it's like, it's really sweet. You bring up that we get to have this time and to do this thing. And this is Thursday, before 5 p.m. A lot of people are probably
True.
commute, or they're driving, or they're doing whatever,
and here in Hawaii, it's a little after 1 o'clock.
And we're like having this chance to get to know each other more, to talk about it, not have tea, next time. Or,
Yes.
And we get to feel into each other and where we're at, and how we've been, and all of that. And that's, we're doing that in a non-physical way, but it's very much a dance to me.
Yeah.
I'm on the dance floor with somebody else, on the palm,
Mm-hmm.
shoulder to shoulder, or
Yeah.
we're not touching at all. It's like I'm not touching you this much, or this much. It's like how much we're not touching each other.
And yet, energetically, from across time and space, we are playing. We are dancing together. Definitely.
And that's something we shared. We made something of.
And you bring up this dance, and that was one of the things I really wanted to talk with you about, because you were sharing, you were responding to Cara's share about you, and then you responded and made it about her, which was so gorgeous. Yes, Cara, you deserve all of that. And you talked about how your relationship is a dance, and I totally love that. I want to hear more about that, because that's been, we have what we're looking for in a relationship. And for me, it was, dance actually encompasses it all for me. So I want to hear your pieces of it, because for me, it's like, if you're dancing, you're communicating, there's passion, there's connection, there's all these pieces, but you brought in some that I hadn't thought of. So if you could share more about that, the dance between you and Cara, and how a relationship is a dance.
That's so interesting that's what you. Yeah, I mean, I guess when it came to me from just the timing of things, because I got divorced, and then I was very, very single for 8 years.
Wow.
And I got to know a whole lot of people, a whole lot of women, and I got to be friends with them, not love them. And it was really good practice to have healthy adult relations with women. That didn't just run off with whatever led to.
Yes.
It was to be healthy. And then, it was enough time. And then, I met Cara, and we began a relationship with friends. She was, and the way that we were talking about her, when she moved to the way I moved to, I had entered into the dance community, meeting her, and dated Cara and several others. It was at that point that I started developing my relationship on the dance floor. And so part of my practice was, where are my boundaries with people? I've been working on my personal development, my individual therapy for a couple of years at this point. And I know about boundaries, working with them emotionally. So how can I practice that in the flesh? How can I practice that, when I'm greeting somebody, in handshake or in hug, or right? right? All these different ways. And
eye to eye, eye to eye. Right? There's consent even in, you know, in the eye to eye thing.
and you know, that's another great thing. How well does nonverbal communication match up with the verbal? We get to have this practice on the dance church floor, where it's, you know, please, you know, do keep the words off the dance floor.
Yeah.
We can have nonverbal stuff, but, you know, let's keep the verbal stuff out. And so you get this sharp distinction, this high contrast, just spending this time in space, you know, trying to become aware of and have or develop or maintain these relationships with people. Because you see the same people over and over and over and over, right? So you have to develop a relationship. You're just doing it without words. You know, a lot of times people come and they go, and there's no words goes through. So I'm doing this nonverbally. I'm doing this while I'm oh, now I'm having interactions with people physically, and still no words. What are we communicating here? You know?
Yeah.
What am I making up? You know, in my head, or what am I trying to put on in my head? Am I trying to? Fascinating laboratory, you know.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's life changing. Dance church is definitely life changing. That's yeah. In fact, I'd like to talk about Hawaii just a little bit since I'm here, and the reason I'm actually in the space that I'm in is because when I was here last year, and I came here through the wellness, the masters. Hey Jake, nice of you to join us. Awesome to see you. So Maggie is from the wellness leadership, and I think Robin is too. And I had joined in September, and I ended up, they had this immersion in Hawaii, and it was like, well, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and my birthday is then, and I stayed with a couple of the other masters, so it was affordable, and I ended up just meeting locals because I decided to go to the health food store. I didn't stay down, you know, on the beach in Waikiki. I did an Airbnb, and we did, and so I met these locals, and I talked about dance church, and I'm bummed I'm going to miss dance church for my birthday. And it's like, he said, there's dance, there's ecstatic dance. And we tried to go to that ecstatic dance, and it didn't work out. And then a friend said, oh, there's one at this other house, because there's a lot of dance happening here on Hawaii. So we went to this house, and it was dance church. It was a real dance church. And so I met some incredible people there, and one of them stayed in touch with me. And that's how I'm here with the Vibe Tribe. So another really conscious tribe of people that are living life in a really high vibe, and I'm just super psyched to be here and be able to share this with you from they call this the tree house. It's basically a deck out over just above a stream and off the side of the house, and it's gorgeous. The air is warm. It's like in the 80s. So dance has changed my life in more ways than one. And so how are you dancing through what you're dealing with right now, other than what we've already talked about?
Well, so one of the ideas that I was taught is always be willing to carry your weight. You know, or be kind of cognizant, be considerate of when you're like really giving yourself over to somebody else. I didn't want to just like jump on somebody who's pride.
Yeah.
But I can, if I've got somebody's attention, I can jump like, you know, viciously at them, and they'll catch me, and that'll be part of the dance, you know. So consent, communication.
Well, yeah, consent, big deal.
So I mean, so glad that you found tribe here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is. Well, I'm glad that you're finding the energy to get things done, and that you're taking this journey back to wellness, and I'm seeing you as well. And I love you, and you and Cara are one of the examples of a radiant relationship that I see, and I know you both go through stuff, and but you're living you're a living example of what a radiant relationship can be like. Yeah. So
I just to your hard question. It's like that's kind of, especially when we have our own stuff going on, or not. I mean, in either way, it's just kind of this agreement that we're gonna press on each other. We're not. And we're gonna be aware and present to where the other person is, even if we're disconnected. We're just gonna stay connected, and that's our partnership. And that's the dance. We just stay connected, always dancing with each other, just chosen. It's in spite of, of however we might feel, whatever emotions we might be going about each other, just between each other, whatever. It could be at any point in whatever condition I might be in, having cancer. And really need support or assistance and things like that. We're in agreement. We're dancing with each other. And it's like right now.
yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And it's it's so invigorating as to be in that flow all the time with this person.
Yeah.
And and to a large degree, I mean, it's with dancers.
Yeah.
I did that with you, and it's just we can move in, and we can touch really closely, deeply, and delicately, even in these ways.
Absolutely. Without it taking anything away from your relationship. This is just, and that's one of the things that I loved about dance, is that you can have an amazing touch and love for people on the dance floor without it taking away from your relationship at home, or your partner who's there as well and is dancing with others while you're dancing with others, and that it can be a way of learning and getting consent and communicating on a deeper level, because so many people, their only sense of touch is sex, and whether it's good or not, that's their only real sense. It's like, hugs are like the A-frame, and they're very brief, and even holding eye contact for a long time is difficult for some people, well, a lot of people actually, and so I guess we're kind of wandering a little bit away from it, but that's what this is about, is, having a conversation about how relationships, I mean, the radiant relationships are the one that we have with ourself, with that full cup and giving from the saucer, and staying connected, and yet keeping your connections clear. So I do the energy, the relationship clearing, because you can have things tangled up between you that having them clear, you're still connected, but those energy ties get cleared out. You have even better communication, and your dance can be even more fluid.
Sure. For me, the point is, I'm gonna have to step away in just a few minutes.
Yeah, and I do as well. So yeah, why don't we give me this point, and then we will wrap it up.
Okay. Oh, that was really distracting. Oh man.
The thought? No. Yeah. It is what it is. I lose my train of thought all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it had to do with, we were like just closing off the topics of dance. Oh. There's just this agreement. It's just an agreement between Cara and I. That's the simplest thing.
Yeah.
We're just dancing with each other. And we do say also that we're friends first. That's key as well.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. God, I'm so blessed. My God, I'm so grateful that I get to be with her because it was rare to find somebody that was willing to be in a relationship. There were a few, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's rare. It's rare, and she's willing, and she's wonderful. Yeah, just grateful. Anyway, I'm gushing now. I'm excited.
Yes. Hey, Caitlin. Caitlin just joined us. Well, it's been really, really wonderful having a heart-to-heart with you, Bort. And I wish you lots of success with your treatment tomorrow. And lots of healing energy coming from Hawaii. I mean, as soon as I stepped on the ground, I could feel the energy coming up through my feet. You know, the islands are, yeah, they're amazing. A lot of healing energy here. So I'll direct a lot of it your way because I know I have your permission. All right. So everyone else, Robin, Chris, Maggie, Jake, Caitlin, I appreciate you being here. If you get a chance to watch, share the video, gives us some loves or some likes, some comments are always good. And in the meantime, go and love yourself. Take care. Bye, Bert.